When you go into rework, and if we did it right, and usually we do, but we still have a lot to learn and we need to do it much better, there's an energy that you feel. That energy is hard to explain. It's something that either you feel or you don't, and it's an energy of people doing their own thing while still being part of something greater than ourselves. We like to call it the V generation. Anybody who is a member of this generation is someone who understands that giving is receiving. Being part of something greater than yourself is a plus, and I can fulfill my dreams while still taking care of thinking of others in the process. What was one of the world's most valuable startups, adored by investors worldwide, WeWork, famously came crashing down. One man at the center of the downfall was Adam Neumann, the founder of the co-working space, who was later forced out of business after once announcing that he'd be the world's first trillionaire. That hasn't happened yet, especially after he went underground. One of the co-founders of Andreessen Horowitz, and it's also known as Adam Neumann, is back in business, switching his focus from commercial to residential real estate. Apple mentioned that Andreessen Horowitz is funding Neumann's new startup called Flow, and in their own worlds, the business is about the theme of connecting people through transforming their physical spaces and building communities where people spend most of their time in their homes. In this video, we are digging deeper into how Neumann resurfaced and how he managed to get Andreessen Horowitz to part with a $350 million investment, the biggest check they have ever written. Here's how it happened. The community is surrounded by a group of like-minded individuals. Being part of something bigger than yourselves inspires people to work harder, spend more time at work, and just have fun doing it. Adam Neumann is an Israeli-born entrepreneur best known for founding WeWork, whose IPO imploded in 2019. With concerns around financial losses when Neumann was ousted as CEO, he received a $1 billion exit package, including $200 million in cash, after WeWork's valuation crumbled from $47 billion down to $9 billion. If you want a more in-depth review of the WeWork debacle, click here. His latest venture sees him shift to residential real estate, as rents in the US are rising up to 14% in the last 12 months alone. And with house prices continuing to soar, people are being forced into rented accommodations. So what is the flow? That is what you are here to find out of after all. Well, at the moment there's little detail. The homepage for the website simply says, "Follow will arrive in 2023. What we do know, however, is that since leaving our work, Neumann has been building a substantial real estate portfolio which includes 4,000 affordable apartments across areas such as Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Nashville, among others, collectively worth over $1 billion. So this has been in the pipeline for a while back. To think WeWork days in 2016, when we live in a university hall for single sociable people, being thought up instead of saying business units in work, we have missions. So our first mission was to create the world a better place. People think, people make a life that where WeWork is helping you live and not just exist back. Then it was described as a new way of living, like a private club that anyone can join, whilst others suggested it was more of a hipster commune, a college life for grown-ups. Growing up in Israel in a kibbutz, the idea of co-living space always appealed to Neumann. So to define Flow at this stage, we'd say it's a transformational real estate project focused on community-driven residential dwellings where renters can slowly build equity, or according to the Wall Street Journal, it's a widely recognized apartment brand stocked with amenities despite the handsome payoff. Following his WeWork departure, Neumann sought financial backing for his new project. But who would back Adam Neumann after the disaster of WeWork? Well, Mark Anderson, one of the co-founders of the VC firm Andreessen Horowitz, has been happy to invest $350 million into the business, the largest check the firm has ever written, valuing Flow at $8 billion. In a blog post, Anderson said that the reason for his investment was because the nation has a housing crisis and Flow is a direct strike precisely on the problem. He described the constant stories around our work as exhaustively chronicled, analyzed, and fictionalized, suggesting that it's underappreciated. We work in a new environment for the workspace, so co-working was sort of where it started today. there's movement in changing the way people work now, and that Neumann returns to the theme of connecting people through transforming their physical spaces, building communities where people spend most of their time at home. Following the last 2 years, many people live far away from where they work, meaning increased screen time and reduced in-person interaction, suggesting that flow gives renters a sense of community and genuine ownership. If there is a possibility to slowly build equity, it fixes the problem faced by those who pay rent for decades but still own zero equity. Flow can create households faster than we are building houses. You have probably sat there thinking, why is there a unicorn business already? Well, there's an answer to that one too. Alongside owning 4,000 apartments already in 2021, Adam Neumann revealed in an interview that he'd started buying a forest near the equator in the hope of saving valuable carbon sinks from being cut down. This business venture is called Flow Carbon, which is also backed by Anderson Horowitz and tokens these carbon credits. Companies looking to offset their emissions. Beyond this, there's also been leaked through LinkedIn messaging that suggests Neumann is also building a property payment system with a tokenized reward program and crypto payment methods which are bound to be linked to Flow. If these rumors do come true, it can be argued that this is the revolutionary project within real estate, thought up to break down barriers and disrupt the residential market. That being said, there are few things to point out which are slightly off-brand. Don't forget, Anderson Horowitz isn't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. They are here to make money, and whilst Flow may help renters to earn equity stake in the apartments and build wealth, many of the apartments on offer will likely be targeted at renters who are already richer than most. For example, one of the Nashville properties features a saltwater pool, a dog park and valet trash collection on a bigger, more macro scale. The main reason started for this project is to help with the issue of affordable housing. There is not enough of it. It stems from exclusionary zoning, but also from the fact that private equity companies have been bullying up rental properties like mad, and Adam Neumann doing the same thing doesn't exactly match the situation any better. What's more is that Anderson openly supports this movement. We need more housing for the common person. However, this does come across as quietly disingenuous, as he was very quick to object to a housing development proposal, with some suggesting that Neumann has an uncanny ability to fail upwards. Unlike everyone else, others are biding their time and reserving judgment to see if this becomes WeWork 2.0. If WeLive didn't succeed 6 years ago, what makes you think it will now? What do you think of Flow? Leave us a comment below with your thoughts on Flow below. If you are new, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching.